Welcome back to Two Bros, Two Perspective podcast. Been 3 weeks.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. I'm JJ. Yeah.
And I'm Steven.
Been that long? You forgot to push the button?
Yeah, it's been a while, man, but I was excited to get back up in here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Life happens, you know.
Yeah.
I think the first week, I think both of us were doing something busy or something. And then the second week was Super Bowl, and Bea wanted me to watch Super Bowl with her.
Yeah.
And nobody really watches sports here since Chris left, so me and her watched it. And then last week you weren't feeling good.
Yeah. I didn't mind the Super Bowl because, I wasn't too into it, but I had put some money on it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, trying to hoping you kind of were like, damn, fuck it, let's not do it.
Yeah.
So, but it is cool that Bea likes to watch that shit. So.
Yeah, we watched it, and she's into sports, and it was fun. We watched it. We had a little spread. I think we made a brisket in the crock pot that day, kind of like a roast, but with brisket.
Well, you sent me a picture, and you were like, "What are y'all Super Bowl? What's y'all Super Bowl food?"
Yeah.
And what was that? I think I was having meatball subs.
That's right. You said meatball subs. Yeah. Shit,
Yeah.
That sounds good too.
That shit was good.
But yeah, in the morning I went to the grocery store, and we already knew we were gonna make the brisket, and I was like, yeah, that was something else. So I got the wings and the vegetables with the ranch and all that stuff. So
Can never go wrong with that.
nah, it was cool. It was a decent game, I guess you could say.
Man, I tell you what, I don't like Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
and I put money on Kansas City. I mean, I don't like them, but it's hard to bet against them.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. If I didn't have money on this, I'd be enjoying it.
Yeah.
but I just kept saying, if anybody can do it, Patrick Mahomes can do it.
You would think, yeah, but one thing that I told somebody that we were talking about it like the week before, during that off week that they have, I had told him, I said, well, Kansas City's been getting lucky on some of these games, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they won. They had a good record, and they won. I think they lost 2 or 3, something like that.
They lost 2-1. They really lost.
Yeah.
And the second one, they didn't have no starters.
It was a lot of close games.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I thought they were gonna run it all over them, but that wasn't the case. Just Patrick Mahomes had a bad game, but it was a decent game.
Yeah, I mean, at least it wasn't one of those 7-3 games.
Yeah.
Even though it was one-sided, Eagles made it exciting with the passes they made and just sacking the shit out of.
They were all over that.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes didn't have a chance to throw the ball the whole game, so.
But it was good, and you know, whether for some reason whether you like either team or not, it's just Super Bowl kind of.
Yeah.
You watch it or partly watch it, or I think Nick came out to watch halftime, and so there's always something. The commercials, the food.
When it comes to football, Myra always she kind of laughs because football's like my third favorite sport to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not somewhere saying, man, I got to get home to the Cowboy game. I look forward to doing grocery shopping during the Cowboy game.
Yeah.
But if I'm there, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But I love to see the Cowboys do horrible. I don't know why. And there's some games, like I tell Myra, okay, I'm going to go for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Why? I don't even know why I don't like them. And then there I go. They get an interception, and I'm like, these sorry motherfuckers. But I think it's because Cowboy fans are fun to fuck with.
Yeah.
And like I'll text my brother-in-law. His fucking phone is on Do Not Disturb.
Damn it.
And I don't know what people always do that. The kids, they do that. Now, I just push notify anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that's what it is. Cowboy fans are.
That's true. But I'm a realistic Cowboy fan, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not the one that says, oh, we're going to Super Bowl this year, right?
Yeah.
And the way that I feel right now is it's a garbage team. Whether you want to say whoever's on the team, whether you want to say, oh, because, what's the name was hurt or whatever the case may be, it's garbage.
Well, the team is garbage, but they got some fucking stars on that team. That's the crazy part.
The thing is that they don't do anything, and I don't want to turn this to a whole sports thing
No,
or
no, no,
whatever,
no, no.
but they don't do anything in the off season, right? They picked up what's his name, Zeke, in the off season. They really didn't make any other moves, and it's just like
Zeke.
you know Jerry was going through some court shit. You know he had other stuff on his mind. So the way I look at it is, I don't buy no merch anymore.
I've
I'm
never.
definitely gonna go to the game until they show something worth it.
Yeah,
You know.
I've never wore any football merch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first of all, I don't think I look good in a football jersey.
Jersey.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Second of all, repping that star in the hood means something else.
Right.
And I ain't earned that star in that way. So just avoid any,
Yeah.
hey man, what you wearing that star for type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never, but I'm not that big of a football fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
But,
I used to wear a lot of Cowboys gear. I mean, I have a jacket right there that I wear when it was cold.
and I don't look at the trade. I don't really know how the off season go, but I'm just talking about like who's that wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb?
Mm-hmm.
One of the best in the league, right?
Yes
Supposedly.
and no. Yes and no.
And what's that defensive dude?
Parsons, Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons. He was what, a couple years,
Yeah.
one of the. So it's just crazy that they do have badass fucking players, but as a team they can't do shit.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
like I used to plan my Sundays around the Cowboys.
Yeah,
right?
I remember. Yeah.
And that stopped, and I remember this because that's when it happened, right? I remember when I was a big Tony Romo fan, right?
Yeah.
I was a huge Tony Romo fan, and when I think they lost against the Eagles really bad, and he says at the press conference he's like, "Well, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Then I've lived a good life." I'm like, bro, like just thinking about myself. I buy a jersey every year. I buy 2 hats a year. If we've gone to the games before, um, I plan my Sundays around the Cowboys. I neglect my kids and my wife to watch the game, and you're gonna say that?
And he's not even vested.
Yeah.
in it as you
So
are.
after that, I was like, done. Like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. I'm not gonna miss going to something because of a Cowboy game. I'm not gonna just push my kids.
It's one of those.
aside
If he
to
don't
the
give a
Cowboys.
shit, why do I give a shit?
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
like-
But I'm not gonna jump ship. Or, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be a fan of another team, or anything like that. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm
But
not
didn't
good no
you
more.
didn't you stop watching sports and all when the whole take a knee and shit came?
No.
Or what was
wasn't
it?
that. It was when 2011, and I remember this vividly.
2011? That long ago?
When the Rangers lost the World Series, right? When they lost against was it the Cardinals?
Yeah.
When Nelson Cruz missed that out
Freeze hit it, I think.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I went into a true sports depression.
No, but there was something that happened that you
That was
said.
it.
No, it wasn't that.
There was nothing else.
It was
That
like
made me stop watching
political.
sports.
It was the take a knee. You were like,
No,
I don't even want to watch it no more because I
didn't care about take a knee shit. No.
It was, man, I could have swear it wasn't that because yeah, we all took that really hard.
I didn't watch sports for 2 years after the Rangers lost that World Series.
It was something.
I used to be the one that woke up in the morning, watch Sports Center, watch the 6 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, the 10 o'clock Sports Center, nighttime Sports Center. But after Rangers lost that World Series, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I remember waking up Chris. I forgot 2011, so he's 7, 8 years old. He was asleep because he fell asleep watching the game. I woke him up out of bed because it was like one more out left or 2 more outs to go. Had his champagne almost popped open, and they lost. And I think that was game 6, right? 5 or 6. There was still one more, but after that, like they ain't coming back from this.
Yeah.
Shit, So, and I went into like a 2-year sports depression. I didn't watch Cowboys. I didn't watch the next 2 years of the Rangers. I didn't watch damn thing with sports.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Sports Center. I didn't watch nothing. That's what it was. Yeah.
I didn't take it that hard,
Yeah.
but I remember turning the TV off and Myers like, it's okay, but I'm like, just
No, it's not. Like,
leave me alone.
yeah, we was to get that close.
Yeah.
And that's why it was such a big deal when we finally won it a couple years ago, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
even to the point that myself, the next year we didn't. Last year we didn't do very well, right? We not sucked, but we didn't do shit last year.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Nah, we got one.
Yeah, I didn't care about that.
Just like what the Mavericks say, we got one.
Yeah,
we got to enjoy it. So that's all that matters. But like you said, don't turn it into sports. It's been 3 weeks. But actually, to keep it on a little sports subject real quick, since the last time we aired, big trade, shocked the DFW, shocked the world, shocked the fucking nation.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Luka.
See, I'm not a big basketball fan. I never was. There's Mavericks are my home team, but you know who Luka is.
Exactly.
No matter where you are, especially live in Dallas, you know who he is. And because I follow sports, I was pretty much like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody was, and I know this is old news, but we're just covering the 3 weeks. Because I remember I had picked Nathan up that morning, and he's like, "What do you think about the Luka trade?" And I'm just like, whatever, man. He goes, "What do you think about Anthony Davis?" I said, "Man, Anthony Davis sucks. He's always hurt." He goes, "Well, they traded him," and I'm like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
And then Isaiah gets in the car and he pulls it up. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah, I got it.
And I was like, phone. What the fuck? I said. So I can hear you. So we just what was I saying now?
We were still talking about Luka and.
Oh, so
what it could be, maybe.
And then of course everybody's texting. Hey man, did you hear about Luka? At the barbershop, not my barber, but the one next to him is big time Maverick. So. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Oh, what I was going to say was, I was like, man, he must have been smashing the owner's wife or daughter or something. No, for something to come off like that out of nowhere. Yeah. I mean, arguably the best player in the league. Yeah. And you fucking... He carried you to the finals. Hell yeah. And like, what the hell? So, but yeah, I was tripped out. And then I started getting used to it. I was like, okay, we got a lot of scores. Yeah. I mean, we had to get over it, So I was like, we need some defense. AD, he's a future Hall of Famer. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this maybe could work. Possibly, try to make something out of nothing. So get into it, first game, he's balling and doing this thing, fucking gets hurt. First game. That's what he's known for, you said, right? Yeah, and I'm like, shit, ain't been back since. Yeah, you know what I mean? So how stupid do we look? While Luke is over there with LeBron James and they're balling out, and,
I never paid attention to what he's doing over there, but who knows? It would suck if. Well, two things to me, because I know everybody loves Luka around here. You back?
No.
Oh. Everybody loves Luka around here, so he was a likable dude, right?
Yeah.
So what would suck if he goes to LA and nothing happens, right? It'll be a trade for nothing. And if Anthony Davis come here, whoever else came, and nothing happens here, then for what?
Yeah, it was all for nothing.
Yeah. But there could be some behind the scenes stuff.
There gotta be. I mean, he just had bought this fucking big ass, like closed on a $14 million house or something, like the week before.
No, I'm saying behind the scenes as far as what the Mavericks are doing. There's a lot of conspiracies about why and the casinos and but who knows? But
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because he had no clue about it.
And I think it goes back to, I know a lot of people are upset and crying and burning jerseys and all this and that, but that's when I go back to what happened with me and Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people idolize. It's cool to idolize, but you can't take away a kid's hero, right? Or the city's hero, almost like the city's hero, pretty much, right? So I know people took it tough.
Well, I wouldn't take it that far because that's Dirk Nowitzki because he brought us a championship. But we all thought that Luka was going to be that status. So not a hero yet because he ain't brought us shit but some wins. But definitely was the key to that success to get another one. And I honestly thought he would have a statue out there just like Dirk did one day.
Yeah, possibly.
You know what I mean? Because all you got to do is get one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Especially right here.
That's all you got to do. So.
Especially right here.
But what else happened in these 3 weeks, man? That was big, though. We're over it.
Valentines? Did you do
that? Valentines, yeah. Fucking. Man, I worked late. Forgot to get a card. And, I was in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had something planned. She hadn't been feeling good, and she got bit by a spider or some shit. So her legs was real messed up. And she didn't even go to the quince. But anyways, so I was like, I'll get her favorite, what she loves to eat. She don't want to go out. She feel, ankle all swollen and shit. So I'm like, I'm ready to surprise her. She's like, already mad about the card. I'm like, but I'm gonna get her with this. She's gonna love it. I'm like, what do you want to eat tonight? Well, I guess Panda Express is the closest to non-fast food, and it is Valentines. So I'm like, yeah, she's all pissed off. It's gonna work out perfect, huh?
You already had it?
No, I was gonna get it fresh.
Oh, okay.
So she thought I was getting Panda. I was gonna get that, and it's these big ass Gulf shrimp and some other shit. It's funny. The first time we were at that place, she ordered what's that green spinach?
At Panda Express?
No, at this place we go to.
Oh, okay.
She ordered it with her shrimp, and I'm like, spinach? Yeah, I love spinach. I'm like, man, I've been with you 20-some years. I ain't never seen you eat no damn spinach. Yeah. But anyway, so, I'm like, all right, she's mad, so I get her the dinner. And I did mess up. I didn't get a card. But I was going to make it up.
Yeah.
Man, she's like, you didn't have this planned, I was already, it all went downhill. Then I had to show her that I called the restaurant like at lunchtime. I did have a plan, But get a card, no matter how many years you've been married, whatever, they say they don't want shit. Do something.
At least something, yeah. Mine, I think I was in the doghouse leading up to Valentine's. I don't even know what I did, but it's, it's just, like, we've been together a long time, and then sometimes it's just like, you get annoyed. Maybe she was annoyed by me, whatever. My thing is, I forget stuff, right? I forget things. Maybe something's wrong with me. I don't know, but I just forget shit.
Yeah.
And it's not like anniversaries, birthdays. It's just like she told me something of conversation, and she's like, "Remember?" I said, "I don't." Like, and it's annoying to her, and I get it. And I think I forgot something a couple days before, but I made some reservations to the place for Thursday, because I had to work Friday, and I didn't know her schedule on Friday, because she normally works. So I said, we're going to go out Thursday. I made reservations. So I think, when we try to talk about things, we make it worse sometimes.
Yeah, no shit.
So I think that's what happened. I was like over talking, and she's like, you know what, just cancel whatever you have for Thursday. But I didn't. Kept it just in case.
Oh man.
So then she's like, we're gonna go to the mall because we're gonna buy the kids something to wear for Saturday. It was before the quince, and she said I might need some shoes. But I still didn't cancel it. But okay, fuck it. We went to the mall, whatever. And but I bought her flowers, and I was gonna order them from the place I usually go. And this is why I hate Valentine's. The way I normally go, they're like $120, right, for a bouquet, 12 roses plus the stargazers or lilies, however you want to call them, $120.
Damn,
right?
for real?
They were same bouquet for Valentine's to deliver the day before Valentine's, and not just because it was the day before.
Delivered?
Yeah, because I couldn't pick them up.
Okay.
But even though it was the day before, it was still the same the day of. But the day before, because we were going out Thursday, not Friday. So I was like, I'm gonna send them Thursday, and they were $230 for the same fucking bouquet.
For what? 12 roses?
And some stargazers or lilies, how you call them.
Was that the yellow ones?
The white ones that blew out.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
So I was like, fuck. And then at the same time, I get a message from Teleflora, right? And so I was like, okay, these are a little bit better price. Same ones, pretty much. So I got those. And so she's still upset on Thursday, and I get a delivery that they got delivered, but I ain't getting no hey thanks.
And you waiting on this shit?
Yeah, like man,
it's finna come in.
So after work, I go buy the shit at the store. So I go by the store and I see the flowers. I'm like, those aren't the flowers I ordered. They were like carnations and shit like that.
Oh
and
shit.
I was like, nah. And I showed her. I said, look, this is
what you were supposed to get.
And she's like, well, those are nice, but she knows what I usually get her, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. So I called and they were like, well, we'll give you a discount, whatever. But that doesn't make up for the shit that happened.
Yeah.
So anyways, whatever. And we were gonna go out to the kids on Saturday. We're not with the kids Thursday anyways, but we had to work Friday. We were going to go to the kids on Saturday. and then Bea was just throwing up Friday night, all night long, and neither one of us got sleep. So she's like, we're not going to the kids because we haven't slept. And then Bea still wanted to go. I'm like, you're laid up in bed looking like crap. We're not going to the kids.
Ain't that little makeup can't fix.
But she wanted to go, and so anyways, I was gonna make it up this Saturday, yesterday, right? So I was like, in the morning, I said, do you want to go somewhere tonight? Because we were both off. And she said, I want to go to the movies to see the monkey. The week before, we were talking with the kids to see the monkey, right? So I was like, okay, there's 6 o'clock. Got tickets for all of us to go to the movies. So on the way home from stores, she was like, get the kids something to eat. So okay, so
I know where this is going.
So I told Nicholas, I said, we're gonna go see the movie. So they're all getting, Tony really doesn't want to go, and she's like, I meant for us to go see the movie. I'm like, oh.
But in my head, trying to get out the doghouse.
In my head, I was like, first of all, we don't go to the movies by ourselves, ever, right? Second of all, we had just talked about this movie with the kids 3 days before. So I said, I assumed that we were going to go all together. But I think what happened was the movie was good. I think she kind of, and the kids had a good time.
Yeah.
So it kind of,
Hey man, it's a rotating door, that doghouse. You know what I mean? It's a rotating, in and out, in and out. You know, sometimes Myra's mad at me and I'm just like, alright, man, tomorrow we'll be alright, go ahead, just be mad. We'll get over it, and same thing with me, sometimes and we know what gets on her nerves. I mean, hell, you've been with Cynthia how long? 20-something years?
We'll be married 25 this year.
Yeah, me and Myra right behind Joe, and it's like, man, they gonna tell me, what you gonna do, leave me? And one day she's gonna do it. Certain shit, you know what I mean? I'm not talking like big shit, little shit like that. But yeah, you assume them, you assume wrong. You know what I mean?
Like it happens a lot, right? I assume wrong, but
well, this is the thing for me too. Is like, and I use the whole line. It doesn't have to be Valentines for me to show you I love you. You try to pull out all the whole lines, but I mean, for me, and I guess I can't think like that no more. Is I'm like, we've been together 20-something years. We're not in high school. We really want a card and a little heart of chocolates, but I guess she does. You know what I mean? And I know it's not about that, but I did. In the morning, I know she gets started working around 9. Send her a text message, nice, and I guess I should have, sometimes a little shit, $5 card with a freaking.
My thing is, I think maybe by now I should have broken out of it, or I don't know, but just tell me, right? Tell me you want something. Tell me you need me to do something for you. Like I'll put the gas in the car. I do what I think needs to be done. For example, like Mondays and Thursdays she's at the store, right? And most of the time I'll send her Uber Eats, like a breakfast or something. This past week, maybe this is what caused the podcast thing, but this past couple weeks I've been real busy in the morning. So she's like, I guess I'll order me something.
She done got spoiled, man.
I'm like, bro, I don't say bro, but I'm like,
yeah.
I was busy. Just remind me, like, hey, would you mind sending me something, right? Would you mind sending me a call?
But maybe that takes away from how good it tastes.
I guess so.
But now that Myers expressed some things, I guess I see that she don't want to have to. But in our, we're like, fuck, just tell me.
That's what I mean. Just say, I'm about to open up. Can you send me some coffee?
That kind of takes me to another topic. I didn't know, because we freestyle this. I hardly ever ask JJ what we're gonna talk about until the day of.
Right.
Like, we've been 3 weeks. I didn't even ask him this time, but it kind of leads to. I was thinking on the way over here. Because another thing that happened these 3 weeks was the quince. You mentioned you didn't go there. There's family there, and it's weird. Hey, how's it going? How's so? I don't know. I don't talk to that bitch no more. Hey, what's up, man? How's you, brother? I don't know. I don't. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I don't even. I was even telling people, I don't even know what to talk to you about because I don't know what to ask you because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but it led me to think. You know, and the same thing with our family. You know, our immediate family. Like when people don't talk to each other. Like this is, it kind of leads to what you were saying. Is half the time you don't even know why the other person's mad at you. Like you say, I don't even know why I was in the doghouse. You know, but I was. You know?
Maybe I just don't remember. What
yeah,
it was, you know?
but that's what. But like I said, that's kind of different. But like other people, like I learned there's a lot of beefs. You know, going on. I learned that pizza was very informative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit I didn't even want to know.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But. I was like, man, you know, and you know, in our situation as well, it's like sometimes people mad at each other for years and don't tell me like, I don't even know why. You know what I mean? I know they're mad at me, but I don't know why they're mad.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that night, and it was kind of hypocritical because we're kind of going through the same thing. I was like, do y'all even know why this person's mad at you? Why, you know, does this person know why? But the key to it was cool, man. You know, I know y'all couldn't be there. You know, it would have been cool y'all were there, but it was nice. I told Maria and Tony they did a, you know, beautiful place, you know, good food, good music, photo booth, you know, they had liquor, and, you know, they did a good job. I don't even know what the bill on that thing was, but I'm sure it was up there, so.
Yeah, we got 2 more years for that, but I think we're gonna do a trip.
Yeah.
We're not doing a formal party. We're gonna buy a dress. And the trip looks like either Mexico or Hawaii. I think we were leaning more towards Mexico. So the plan is, it's 2 years out anyway, but and I guess what I'm thinking is we're still taking pictures like on the beach with the big dress and everything. But we just don't see the reason for the big party, right? Even though they're nice and we like going to them, and I think it was ultimately up to her.
Yeah.
And I think not just her, but us kind of discussing it and stuff like that. And they are expensive, right? I mean, they can get high, and we're just like, well, why don't we just take a trip?
Yeah.
You know, and do that, and kind of whatever, you know, between us at least, talking about it, and that's probably what we'll do.
That's cool. And I was showing some guys at work, and they were like, man, that's crazy, all this. And I said, well, he goes, all the girls, and speaking on that, I was like, well, you know, it's traditional.
Yeah.
I said, but nowadays, you know, they, like you said, take a trip, get a car. I said, it's up to the girl and the family, you know. And I said, you know, and I guess, you know, Tony's old school and all his sisters, you know, and all that. That was always kind of Monica's thing. So yeah, I'm sure for him, that's what he wanted, you know, to see that. And I picked her up today. She was like, you know, oh my God, I wish I could do it all over again, you know.
I'm sure it's a good experience.
So, yeah. But it's on the girl, you know, and, you know, going out of town on the beach, that's going to be a memorable experience, you know. But like I told them, I said, that's traditional. You don't see too much of it no more. You know, there's 15s and 16s all the time, but, you know, people realize, like, damn, I can spend 10 to 15,000 on this, so I go ahead and knock the car out of the way instead of doing both.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes sense, just like a wedding. You know, you had a big wedding, I had a big wedding. Imagine if we had all that money just to start our lives. You know what I mean? You know, but ultimately, the next day it's over, and all that money's gone.
Money's gone, but you know, I think, like Lizette, like you said, Lizette, she wish she can do it again. That's what it's about.
Yes,
you know, that's what it's about too. And you know, that's what they wanted to do, and I'm sure it was nice. I saw a few videos and pictures from various TikTok, and it did look nice. Yeah. And the video that you sent me and stuff, it looked really nice.
And if Bea wanted one, I'm sure you'll give her. I mean, she'll be having one. But like you said, it's all about, you know, you can't, somebody that don't want to be on display, this party's all about me, the big dread, you know, that's not for everybody. You know, like you said, hey, you know what, we can spend all that money and take a trip that we normally wouldn't be able to take that trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Hawaii, you know, everybody just go down to Mexico or Hawaii. It's like, that's big too. You know?
Now you talking about just y'all or saying like people like, hey, we're going to Hawaii to celebrate her?
We'll probably tell people, you know, not just like you and stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm getting at, motherfucker. If you gonna tell me now so I can start saving. No, I'm just like.
You got 2 years. She's been 13 next year.
Ooh, I'll be on child support. I can do it, man. I can do it. No, but that'd be cool, you know. I mean, ultimately, you know, when you do that type of stuff, you throw a party for other people. It's not even for you. You're throwing a party for other people.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we talked about too. It's
So-
like, it's just
Family, close, yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So we'll see. We got 2 more years, and I think if she changes her mind now, it's too late because this is like 2-3 years planning.
Yeah. I mean, you would start now, and yeah. So, but that's cool. Time flies though, so it'll be here in no time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it was cool, man. A lot of family there. Uncle Eddie was there. Uncle Lawrence, their family. Danny, Dolores, Hopi, Jesse. Little Chris, big. And they were like, Little Chris here. I was like, man, who gave him that name? I said, what that for be called Little Chris? I said, that fool ain't never been little. They said his dad ain't named Chris, so now they say Little Chris.
That's true.
But it was cool catching up with him. He's a cool cat, man, and it was fun. I didn't drink. Myra, like I said, her legs were swollen, barely going down. I think she got bit by, who knows? She says a spider, but I don't know. But it's fucked up. Anyways, so I didn't drink. I had to drive, had the kids with me, and I told her set today. I said, I left like at midnight. It was over at 2. I said, yeah, when you're not drinking and everybody else is kind of obnoxious, you know what I mean? You're not on the same level with this, but we had been there since like 5, and the boys were ready to go. So it wasn't hey, let's go, I'm tired. It was like, okay, when y'all ready, we'll leave. So, but it was cool. Grace was there, little Dolores, and it was cool. One thing I was talking, all the boys were there, all my boys. It was pretty cool. Uncle, I was talking to all 4 of them. Uncle Eddie pulled me to the side. He's like, hey man, he goes, I'm looking back at you and I'm seeing you talk to your boys, and what did he say? He goes, y'all are just standing there talking like y'all just boys, like just cool and this and that. And I was like, okay, is that a good thing or a bad thing? What are you trying to say? I really couldn't tell.
Yeah.
He goes, nah, it's cool, man, that you and your boys can, you have a good relationship, it looks like. And I told him, my kids are grown. I said, besides Stevie, they're all over 17, 2 in their 20s. I said, so I treat them as they are grown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, so, they're young men, I'm gonna treat them like men. I'm not, we're out. I'm gonna, hey son, go do this, sit down, son. You know what I mean? But it was kind of cool, and I thought about it. I said, well, and I did tell him. I said, he goes, but I can tell they have that respect for you too. It's not like a friend. I'm cussing with you, and he goes. But I thought that was pretty cool, man. And hopefully one day I can sit back and see our kids as grown men. And I think that's what it is. Same thing like Uncle Lawrence said. Just they trip out seeing their nephews that they remember as kids, and now they're grown men. So that was cool. We chopped it up a little bit. Of course, Aunt Janetta was there taking pictures. So it was real good. Quince, Adam didn't make it out. Adam and Joseph. So I was disappointed about that. I had a shirt ready for you, cuz. I'll go ahead and get it shipped out. But yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Woke up a little sick the next day. When we got there, it was like short weather, and when we left, it was like cold as fuck. You know what I mean? So that's why I hit you up. I was like, man, I don't want to cancel again, but man, I don't feel good.
Hey, stuff happens, we just gotta roll with it. But I'm glad we're back.
Yeah.
Talking about drinking, shit. I'm drinking again. I'm not drinking a lot, but I've hit 34 days on the 75 hard.
Damn, so halfway.
Almost halfway, and it just like we talked about leading up to it was I was getting tired. Even Cynthia was like, "You're tired," but I was still doing it. But that morning I woke up and I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't get out to work out. But
That was your bitch voice.
Yeah,
what was it?
My bitch voice won that day. But I was like, at lunchtime I'll get it in, right?
Yeah.
So it was one of those busy days, and at lunch I couldn't get it in. I was like, damn. And my water I was way behind the water, and we had stuff to do in the afternoon. It was a Monday, I think. And we went to go take the kids to go eat this restaurant, and it was probably almost 5 or 6, and I was like, there's no way, right? I'm not gonna finish this whatever left of the gallon of water that I got. 2 more workouts to do, read my book, and Cynthia was like, you wanna drink? you're gonna fail, you know.
You're gonna fail anyway. There, the motivation.
No, but because
Nah,
she saw how tired I was.
Yeah, I know.
You know? She's like, you know, you're gonna fail, just enjoy it, right?
Fail, if you're gonna fail right.
And then the kids were like, what are you talking about? Anthony was like, you still have time to do it. I said, you know, I'm way behind my water. I said, if I finish the gallon of water, I'm gonna be staying up pissing all night long, you know. And I said, you know what, fuck it. Bitch voice, you win. I had Jameson on the rocks. And, but I took 2 weeks off, right? But I'm back into working out again. So I'm gonna keep that up. But I think I got what I wanted out of it, the mental part.
Sounds like the typical quit the program. And I got what I didn't need all of that. No, I'm fucking with you.
Because the first time I did it,
it's just we're too busy, man, and we're old.
Yeah.
You ain't young. You ain't a spring chicken no more to be able to handle it. We need our rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was fucking tired. Like, but today I worked out today and a lot of other stuff I had to do this morning. But yeah, I'm back on the whiskey. I'm not drinking like I was.
See what you sipping on?
It's Jameson 16 year. I think this is what Chris got me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
It's a 16-year Jameson.
Good shit.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Like Jameson is my go-to, right?
Okay.
If I have a bottle at home, it's gonna be Jameson. If I go to like a regular type restaurant, Jameson the rocks. Unless we go to like a fancy spot, then now I'm drinking something a bit more.
Yeah.
If we go to like a regular spot, it's always.
So what is the Jameson compared to? Because me, I mean, I know you love your whiskey and
Jameson is
bourbons.
an Irish whiskey.
No, but like I buy TX whiskey or I buy Crown Royal. Is that lower tier or is about to? Yeah, it has its different levels that you can buy.
The regular Jameson's, let's just say it's a $40 bottle.
Okay.
So it's like Crown.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I bought a bottle of Crown last night from Myron that was $30,
Yeah,
I think.
it's about that.
It was pretty cool because it had the bottle by itself,
Mm-hmm.
but it had the gift pack, same amount, but with a badass flask, Crown Royal flask.
Yeah.
So I bought the gift pack and I was like, hey, it's pretty bad. And the same price.
You kept the flask?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, Myron loves the Crown. So, she's like, oh yeah, can we put this, we go out, we slip it in.
Yeah.
You know, me, I'm a TX whiskey guy. I'll drink Crown. I like Crown, but that TX whiskey I really like.
I like Crown too. I just think it's a little sweet sometimes.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
I was on my YouTube. I've been getting a lot of, I guess, the algorithm. I don't know how. I look up bourbons and stuff like that, but I can't remember the name. It's a Texas bourbon whiskey, which I don't know what's the difference. It's the same shit.
No, whiskey, bourbon is only made in Kentucky, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But bourbon, there's something about Kentucky that you can only call whiskey that's made in Kentucky bourbon.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. And then everything else, like Canadian whiskey, Irish whiskey, you can call it whiskey because it's made in a barrel.
Okay, yeah, it's made in America. It's whiskey, and I can't remember. It's a,
Garrison Brothers?
yes.
That one is fucking bad.
It is, and they where they dip the top, right? Yes, it's been popping up, and I've been liking it.
It's $100 bottle.
Well, they have other ones. I went to the liquor store yesterday, and I was looking at it, and they have a couple, different levels.
Yeah.
But I didn't know enough on which one is the one I like to spend that much money on.
Garrison is good. If you just buy the regular one, it's pretty smooth. Right?
Yeah.
You can taste it is strong, but strong smooth, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like the Jameson is smooth, but it's not strong smooth, right? It goes down really good. But the Garrison Brothers, you can take, you feel it going down, but it doesn't hurt.
I got
But
you.
you feel it going down. And that one, I love that one. Like if I'm gonna, if I go somewhere and I'm gonna give a bottle to somebody or take a bottle, I'll take a Garrison Brothers.
But the $100 one.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's lower ones.
No, I think you can spend $90 to $100 for each.
Nah, well, I guess it was the size of the bottle. But no, I saw decent size, like $60, $70. Yeah. But I did see on those shorts they're doing different ones. I think
There's a honey one.
no, like I think they're doing one that the barrel it hadn't been in the barrel that long, so they mix it with something. I don't know. But what gets to me is so they go in there and they drill the hole, right, and they get some. Where do the wood shavings go?
It's part of the whiskey.
It goes inside the whiskey.
Yeah, that's part of the whiskey is it absorbs the wood. I mean, you didn't think about shavings. I mean,
Yeah, so we're gonna drink the shavings.
it's part of the barrel.
So you gotta be honored to get the wood shavings?
I'd be like,
well, see, I drew shit.
Oh shit, that's the
No, well, I drew shit, so I know how much shavings fucking home can wear. So I'm watching this shit, I'm like, that's badass. And he getting the whiskey. I mean, it's gotta be some good shit. But then I'm like, where the fuck are wood shavings going? Yeah, they inside, did you? But I did get a bottle of the TX. And man, they need to send me some free shit for all this promo. And there was something which I'm thinking maybe not, maybe it was a wood flake, I don't know. But there was some in it that hadn't been opened.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, whatever, if it's something not good, it done got disinfected from all the alcohol. But yeah, TX whiskey, that's my go-to.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, Myers, she loves I guess the Crown because it's a little bit sweeter. But I do want, what is it, Garrison's?
Garrison's good.
I want to try that.
Yeah,
So, and the only reason I didn't get it yesterday was because I didn't drink. Meyer wanted a couple drinks, and so that I bought her what she wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was the whiskey, the bottle I buy is about $40, $35, but my brother I bought Isaiah some Reserve TX, man, that shit.
Yeah, like the one Chris got me, I think he said either 12 or 16 year barrel. That's the, it's just how many years it stayed in the barrel or whatever.
Now, that was good, man. Like I had one glass like
it's
that.
Smoother.
Yeah.
It's smoother, yeah.
And I got some moonshine that one of the dads gave me. I got a little bit left. Now that shit, man, a little sip, clear every orifice in your face.
This guy, he'd make the moonshine, and he'd make flavors like the one that I would always get from him was apple pie, and that shit was good. And he started making Jolly Rancher flavor, but it was strong.
Yeah, he made it too, and yeah, it smells almost like not Malibu. What's that one that everybody drinks? Old school. Bacardi. It smells almost kind of like a Bacardi smell, but man, I'm telling you, the other day Isaiah was sick. I was like, "Here, man, take a sip."
Yeah.
But he took a big old chug and he almost threw up. But man, he was like, "Man, I feel better. I can breathe." I'm like, "Yeah, should clear your ass up."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've never been a tequila guy. So I always like to just sit back, sip, and man.
I mean, back in the Navy days, I used to do like shots and tequila and stuff like that. But now I guess that's when I got into whiskey, was just for sipping.
Yeah, I like to sip. But you go straight, right?
On the rocks, unless it's a new one. If it's something new, or if I go to a nice restaurant where they have like high-end stuff, then I'll just get it neat without nothing, just to get the real taste of it. And
well, that's what I meant. You don't drink your, like, is that mixed with Coke or
no,
just
just ice.
See, I put Coke in mine.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a connoisseur.
No, I forgot how I ended up. I think either I knew somebody or I went to a restaurant one time and the guy that was real knowledgeable, and he got me to start drinking. I was like, oh shit,
No, that's what I said when you.
And I think I watched a documentary or something.
Now, if I had those circles ice or the little squares that you put in, you pour it out, I'll drink it straight like that.
I have them, but I just never put them in the freezer.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So that shit, like, so yeah, I've never been a big part of tequila and shit. Like, if I'm having a drink at a bar, I'll probably get a shot with whatever I'm drinking. You know what I mean? But I never liked tequila, man.
No. But like if I go to a nice restaurant, I'll get an old fashioned. That's a whiskey drink.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. I never had it.
No, you know what it was? I think old fashioned. I started watching this show called Mad Men. You ever seen that show?
I know what it is, but no, I never watched it.
And that dude Don Draper it was like with 40s or 50s time era, maybe earlier than that. But I just thought that dude Don Draper was cool as hell.
That's what he would drink.
And he was always order
old fashioned.
And then I went to a restaurant and they had it. I was like, oh shit, this is good. And I think that's when I started getting the whiskey. Don Draper.
Yeah, I like it. I like to sit back, like I said. I'm not a big just chug and get drunk and shit. I like to be laid back. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, how do we get? Oh, but Garrison, I am gonna try that. I do like. I've been watching. They dip that shit.
Yeah, Garrison's good. The honey one's pretty good, but I like the original.
Yeah, I don't like flavor shit. Like, I fuck with Crown, but I won't get the Crown apple, whatever.
Yeah.
Try the Crown raspberry with this. It tastes like peanut butter sandwich.
I'll pick it up and take it somewhere. I'm not gonna say where we went, but we got invited somewhere. And supposedly this dude that we're going to, he was an old school type guy. He's a really supposedly whiskey type dude. So like, alright, he invited us. I'm not gonna say a word because it'll give it away, but I was like, I'll take him a bottle of Garrison. He invited us to
he'll know what's up.
He invited us to the spot. big spot where we're just gonna chill all night, spend the night if we wanted to, whatever, you know, hospitality. So, you know what, he drinks whiskey, I'm gonna get him a bottle of Gary.
Yeah.
Get there, and that fool just like, oh, okay. And he started drinking Crown. I'm like, bro, this is $120 bottle.
Hey, I would put that shit right back in my car, man.
I was like, bro, like in my head, I'm like, that's $120 bottle of whiskey. Like, at least try it, goddamn.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
So I was sipping on it all night. You
No, well, yeah, hell yeah, I would have too. I would have took the rest of the bottle home with me too. But at least be like, hey man, you want to pop that bottle you brought me? Let's take a shot type shit. You know what I mean? That's what you said. But oh shit. You know, one drink that for me is a classic that is always gonna be good to me is Hennessy.
I never liked Hennessy.
I like, you know, when I was young, that's what we used to drink because it was everybody was Hennessy. But a lot of people don't like it. But that I do like Hennessy.
Sweet, right?
And a cheap one that we used to buy. The bottle looks like Paul Mason, but it's Parmesan. Man, we used to buy that shit from the bootlegger.
Yeah.
Fucking like $12 for a fifth or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit's good. Now that's when I was broke time. It's still good shit though.
How much is that?
What, that Parmesan? If you go to the store, man, you probably get a big ass bottle like $12, maybe $15. Under 20 for sure. But it's good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was our poor man's Hennessy. We couldn't afford the Hennessy that we got there, but it was good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I used to just get a Route 44 from Sonic, pour that motherfucker up, and just sip on it. By the time I finish that, I'm
good.
That's all I need, just one
It's like back in the day with like Mad Dog or Boone's Farm type shit.
Oh shit! God damn, man! I remember on that fucking Mad Dog, man. I remember me and some guys, my buddies, we got all fucked up. And I remember we're at the gas station right there off Beckley and 35, and man, I was just freaking throwing up like crazy.
Yeah.
And just tasting that shit.
Yeah.
Then some fucking.
Which one, the orange?
I don't even remember, man. I was drinking them all.
Yeah.
But I just remember they snatched me up because some dudes that we didn't get along with pulled up too. And they're like, I'm throwing up all on myself because they're like, get the fuck in the car, man. And shit went down that night, but I threw it all up and we got down. But I just remember you said that because I'll never forget that shit, man. I was just,
I remember, because we sell like Mad Dog and stuff at the store, and people like, they'll go through and they'll pass by it and they're like, oh shit, you got Mad Dog. Like, yeah, I remember Mad Dog. Like, everybody has a memory about Mad Dog and shit.
And the Boone's Farms, you know, that was at the skip parties. That's what the girls used to sip on. You know, the Boone's Farms. No, the Fuzzy Neighborhood. That was the one. The Fuzzy Neighborhood, the one you just said.
Yeah.
Hey, but they most get you fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, the Fuzzy Neighborhood, man. All y'all girls back in the day that are in your 40s, y'all know y'all was at the skip parties sipping that Fuzzy Neighborhood, that Boone's Farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we used to buy cases of the Miller High Life. Because they were cheap.
Yeah.
I think, man, you buy a whole fucking 12 pack of those 40s for like $15, man. So they were good cold.
Yeah.
You know, you had to drink them up, but
maybe 40 ounces good cold, I think, unless you get like the cold 45 type shit.
yeah, I don't go that far.
But I'm just saying, you know, you get that cold bottle like in your hand, it's like, damn, this shit's gonna go down hard, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah, the Boone's Farms that bring back.
I think we had Thunderbird for a while too, and motherfuckers were like, Thunderbird, what the fuck you get Thunderbird for? Like, buy it, fool, like, you know. But yeah, we got that, and what I guess the poor people, not the poor people, but the low income fools that want to stay warm get the Irish Rose.
Never heard of that.
No, should bring one over here. Taste the Irish Rose, but they got the Irish Rose and the Boom. We get the Mad Dog 2020. And
they with that Mad Dog, man, it was good, like fruity, but that shit was dangerous, man.
Yeah. Now a lot of people are buying the Buzz Balls.
Man, I've seen that shit. I heard those are pretty strong too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 50. Well, in the beer store, they're 17%, but at the liquor store they're 23. Because at the beer store you can sell 17%.
Yeah, and I wondered that. It's funny you say that because I was wondering that shit because, you know, like what's that cinnamon one? That Fireball?
Yeah.
They sell that
because they it's wine based now.
Yes,
yeah.
and I saw that. Because I was like, how do they can't sell liquor here, but they have the Fireball and they'll have some other little ones. And I heard them on the radio saying, yeah, there was. So they're not as strong.
No, but they still hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big drinker anyways, you know what I mean? But when I do, I like to sit, you know.
Before I did this program, the 75 thing, I was drinking a lot. I was drinking probably 3-4 times a week.
Damn.
Yeah, just a couple drinks, you know. I wasn't like getting fucked up or nothing, but and
JJ, that's what all alcoholics say.
right,
Man. Nah,
that's what I say. But now it's like maybe twice a week, if that. Like we were all week long, I didn't drink at all, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna drink this Sunday for it.
Yeah, there's some days like I'll just stop at the store, pick up 2 tall boys. You know,
I don't drink beer no more, which
Yeah.
is good because of the beer store. We used to own a beer store, so back then, you know, when I was bigger, that's because I was drinking so
Yeah.
much. You know, drinking 3 fucking tall cans while I was at work, plus chips,
Yeah.
and then
Plus, I mean, unlimited shit.
chips and peanuts and all that every other shit that I would get hungry, not hungry, but I wanted it when I was
Yeah,
young,
yeah.
you know. So, but I don't drink that. And then because the buzz balls and all that have a lot of sugar in them, so I don't really fuck with them too much.
Yeah, there might be a string of a week or two where it's real stressful, and Myra knows like I don't drink during the week, but I make and I don't drink to get drunk ever.
Yeah.
You know, I like to get a nice little buzz
Yeah.
and then let the other things top on top of that buzz.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I never drink to get drunk. I always, for one, I never like to sloppy drunk, get all sloppy and shit.
I'm used to.
And for 2, I don't like a hangover.
Yeah.
And for 3, I'm diabetic, so my hangovers are a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but 2 tall boys, that's all I need. Give me a good little buzz. And Myra, if she sees me, she's like, "You got some beer today?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay." She knows it's one of them days.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, Friday I might come home, my long, you know, week and buy 2. That's pretty much like I bought a 6-pack Friday,
Yeah.
and I think I drink 5. You know what I mean? So I don't drink to get drunk. But during the holidays, for some reason, I can't drink beer. Like right around the Halloween to the New Year, it's all whiskey all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
No beer. I don't know. I guess it's just the season.
Uh-huh.
And like sometimes I just feel like drinking a fucking beer because for me it's a different buzz than
Yeah,
liquor.
it is, and it just when it's cold, it's like,
I think the whiskey and stuff is like when I'm chilling. Like you can sit on the couch watching the TV with the lights on and enjoy a nice whiskey buzz. It's just relaxing. But if you're drinking beer, you ain't sitting there watching a show. You know you want to have the lights on. You want to be high,
Yeah.
texting people.
yeah. And maybe that's why I haven't drank as much anymore because we've been busy, right?
Yeah.
So, like you said, sitting down and relaxing, drink a
Like right now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Not like when I'm running around doing shit, you know.
Yeah. And
It's not time to
yeah.
sip on something.
And sometimes for me, a beer is just like, you know what, I had a tough week. I don't give a fuck about what work right now. Fuck work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slam this fucking beer. You know what I mean? It just tastes better than
Yeah.
you know. So you know, you got your different moods that it goes
For
with.
sure.
But like if I buy a bottle, I can on a Friday night, I can sit down on the couch, chill. Mars cooking, Mars doing something, and not want to be on the patio smoking or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. It turned into alcohol talk today.
Hey,
But hey, that's
what
good
it
stuff.
is, you know what I mean?
You know, what's your drink of choice?
Yeah,
Or
what
do
do
you
you
not drink?
Or, you know,
No.
you said about stress or whatever, you know. To me, it's just like, I knew we were going to be sitting down, so I
Yeah.
can pour me something up real quick, you know. But yeah, what do you drink? Beer, whiskey? Was I right about what bourbon is versus whiskey? I think so, but maybe I'm not 100% sure.
Do you know where the wood shavings go when they drill a hole in the
too.
barrel?
Or would you be like, oh shit, there's
Oh, yeah, I guess
wood
so.
shavings, yeah.
Is that a prize, like it's in the cereal, or is it like in the worm? You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get the worm and shit. Hey, to throw it back to the old school drink, can nobody forget the Presidente?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I used to
fucking-
love that shit.
but I bet you that shit's nasty as fuck right now.
It's brandy. So brandy is like more sweet,
Yeah.
and I kind of got away from the sweet type stuff.
Shit,
That's why
everybody was
that's
on
why I drink
Presidente.
Coke. That's why I don't put Coke in it.
Yeah.
It's too sweet. But yeah, Presidente. Yeah, I remember at my wedding.
Yeah, I had a bottle of each table.
25 years ago, there was a bottle of Presidente table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, the Presidente Coke, man, that shit used to go good.
Hell yeah. And even better when you're not even old enough to drink it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, it was funny. You know, Danny and Dolores were at the quinceañera, and I told Stevie and Danny some stories, you know,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Danny. And I go, remember that story too, that the guy that you don't want to leave with because you may not come back, They like, yeah, but that's him. They're like, oh, it's like they see the celebrities.
Used to be. I don't know if it's still him now.
Nah, you know, old days.
I remember me and you were with him one time, and we went to go pick up his check, and we came back. I don't think we came back that night.
But it was cool to see people with all the beefs going. Like I told them, I said, look, man, I love everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like in Austin, I had a cousin that started talking about this guy. I was like, hey, cuz I don't want to hear that shit. And I would tell him the same thing when he started talking about you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you talking about each other. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. You know, at my funeral, everybody's welcome. I don't want no fighting and shit at my funeral, nothing. I'll have security kick you the fuck out. But, you know, just, you know, hey, but it's in every family. It's even in our family, you know.
That's why I say funerals. We've been to a few funerals this past year, but quinceañeras, funerals, or whatever. Just when people get together, it either brings the good or the bad. But fuck it, it's family. Fuck it.
Hey man, and for anybody out there with your family, you ain't the only one. Every family got something going on. You know what I mean? So
believe we know.
Hey,
you know, we know.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, sometimes it feels contradictory to give advice and give stuff when, you know, you're going through the same thing. But as far as I go, I don't start no beef.
Yeah, I think
you know what I mean? You know, I think everybody can say, hey, Steven, you know, he's a good guy.
You get to speak at everybody's funeral.
Hey, I do regret not speaking at Grandpa's, man. That shit still bothers me to this day that nobody's spoken to, man. But yeah, you know, that's what it is. You know, everybody knows, hey, Steven's gonna make us laugh, Steven.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take no sides, you know, and I think it's understood by most people that, hey, Steven don't fuck around either, so we're not gonna fuck around with him. He gonna keep it silent. We're gonna keep it silent with him. You know what I mean? Because I'm a nice guy, but everybody knows I don't fuck around either. But you know, I think before I react these days, but I show the respect that I wish to get back. So if I'm not disrespecting, nobody disrespects me.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, and I love family, man. You know, it's good to see cousins, and it's good, you know. So it worked out, you know. Like I said, I'm cool with everybody, you know. But shit, we all got issues. So if somebody's not cool with me, you let me know why, and maybe we can work it out, maybe. But
that's up to you, though.
Yeah.
I think that's me. Maybe you are open to fixing it.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, like you said, who knows what even it's about?
Yeah. You know, and sometimes it's not even about fixing it. It's just about being understood. Okay, this relationship will never work, but at least let's find out why. You know what I'm saying? You know, our relationships are not made to be had, but it doesn't mean there has to be a hate and respect.
Yeah, hey, you know, it just didn't work out. Hey, we can still be in the same room or whatever.
And I believe in closure is a big thing. You know what I mean? And I'll talk to Leslie all the time about forgiveness and forgiving and closure. You know, that's some deep shit. You know what I mean? You think it's easy to forgive people, or do you actually forgive? You know, so you get deep in that, and you know, we all make mistakes, so we want to be forgiven for things we did. You know, like I said, you can get deep into that conversation.
Yeah.
I think we're too late in the episode to start on that, but you know that's what it's all about. It's not about, oh, we're gonna rekindle this, that. It's about making peace with it.
Peace.
And both parties knowing, you know what, I love you. I wish nothing, like not one of those when you break up. I wish the best for you, but you're really wishing for the downfall. You know, truly say, you know what, it's all good, no hard feelings. If you thought this is what it was, and both parties walk away in peace and say, okay, just for my mental health, we just gotta chill.
And it's just your stand-up person body.
Yeah, and not only that, but it leaves a line of communication where you can't say, "Hey, Merry Christmas, hope everything's okay,"
sure.
or you can't share a picture,
and you really mean it.
Yeah, or you can't share a picture, you know. But when you don't mend those things in the mature kind of way, then either party doesn't know how to contact them.
I think that's part of what our situation is.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about is our situation. You know what I mean? So. And that's what it is, you know. Like I said, you know, there's some relationships that are never gonna stay good, and I know that. Mm-hmm. So why go through the shit? Yeah. No matter how good it is for a year, the next year is not gonna be the same. Yeah. So why go through the shit over? But there could be peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. It's gotta be done in a mature way. You know.
Speaking of peace, I almost brought a candle today that said peace on it.
Damn, you should have, fool.
I almost brought it, and then I had to bring some other shit. I brought this thing and my new microphone. I was like, and I forgot that shit.
Hey, I had some people asking about the podcast. I know we don't want to go too long. Yeah. You know, but like, hey, we got to put it, and it's tripped out because, you know, Chris' nephew, I know he listens to his dad and his brother, but for him to even say, hey, when y'all doing another one, shows that he's listening and waiting.
A couple other people told me too, like, oh, fool, I gotta catch up, but y'all didn't post one. Like they watch what we're posting, but this fool didn't catch up. And then this other dude was like, hey man, that's fucked up. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, there was no podcast. I was like, oh shit, you know, hey, shit happens, whatever. And I said, we gotta get back on it. You're right. Are you subscribed, by the way?
Yeah, no
Are you subscribed? We're stuck at 62.
I got us to 63.
You're at 63.
I made Chris subscribe that night at the Kingston.
Okay, so 63. We know you're watching because we get 500 views, and I'm looking at the analytics, and you know, sometimes I do the same thing. I watch a video, but I don't subscribe.
Yeah.
Just hit subscribe and share. If you are subscribed, just share it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Share to somebody, whatever. Maybe get 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. But I know I keep saying this, but we got some more stuff coming through the pipeline that I'm thinking about. We just gotta make it happen. So
the thing about it is just fucking support.
Yeah,
easy support.
If you don't like us, support anyway. Say fuck them fools. I'm gonna watch them just to see how sorry they are.
Two brothers just sitting in the garage trying to entertain you guys. Just freaking support. You know. I find myself looking at stuff on YouTube and I'm like, okay, if this entertains me, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
Usually I just
You're right, and I'm doing the same thing.
And I'm like, even the dumb shit that I don't like, but I watched it twice because, and I'm like, you know what, I like this shit. You know what I mean? So
what's something that you watched on YouTube this week?
YouTube this week, I watched, Soft White Underbelly. I think I told you about that years and years ago. It's a guy. He does it like, he'll interview like a crackhead that been a crackhead for like 10 years or a retired pimp, you know. But this week he interviewed, I forget their real names, but that one boxer dude and 2 guys that were in the Mexican Mafia that became snitches that American Me is based on. Mundo and Boxer. So that caught my eye. So I listened to their interview. You know, and they both, they buttered up that they weren't snitches, but when it comes down to it, they snitch. And it's tripped out because they blurred their faces, which you can Google them and see them anyways. But they're real articulate, the way they talk, like they sound like one guy, you know what I mean? So, Soft White Underbelly, check it out, they got some good shit on there.
The one I've been looking at, I've been addicted to this dude. His name is Timmy Carter. Shout out Timmy Carter. And he started as this guy, he's from Greece.
Okay.
But he started liking reggaeton music.
Okay.
Right? So he learned Spanish because he liked that music. Right? And the pandemic happened, and you know the basketball player Giannis?
Yeah.
He's from Greece. Well, he knows this.
Yeah, Giannis up the depot, whatever.
But I didn't see his videos with Giannis in the beginning, but I started watching his videos, and he's like, oh, I know Giannis, but I thought he was just talking shit because he's from Greece. So he started going through South America and Mexico because he liked the music and he liked the culture. He's like, I'm gonna just go visit.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought he would, but he would go to like non-tourist places. So he went to like Mexico. He went to like, the video was like, went to the deepest hoods in Mexico, right? And he would. And he went to Puerto Rico and Haiti. And he went to Haiti and met with this fool named Barbecue, who was like the biggest drug lord or something against the government type shit.
Yeah.
And the way he presents himself, they like accept him, like in these hoods and these fucking places that a white dude couldn't go.
Yeah.
But because of his personality, a little bit of naiveness, they're like, well, come on. You want to see? We'll show you, you know? Yeah. And he's asking the fucking thieves and the criminals, is it safe here? Fuck yeah, it's safe, come on, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool. And then, so I finally saw what happened was, it was the pandemic in Greece. I guess the Greece economy sucks back then. I don't know about now, and he went to go see Giannis and his other buddy in Sweden, and they were together. And he said, you know what? I don't have a job right now. Fucking Greece is shut down. He was working in London. London is shut down. I'm gonna go to Mexico. And they're like, well, fuck, go. And he went to Mexico, and like when he left to Mexico, he had like 50 something followers on YouTube. And he started making videos. I'm gonna go to this place. I'm gonna go to this place. I went to this place and I ate for $1.50 for these fucking tacos that are amazing, you know. And he's just he grasped you, and I started getting addicted to his channel. And now he's like fucking, you know, million views and 800,000 followers.
Or whatever. Text, man.
Yeah. So Timmy Carter, I've been addicted to him. The motherfucker, he's funny.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they're like, hey, you're Greek. He's like, yeah. Well, how do you know Spanish? And I guess the dance in reggaeton is the perreo, like doggy style.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, he says, well, how do you know Spanish? Por el perreo. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, that's how you learn Spanish because of the fucking music? They're like, well, fuck.
You wanted to know what they were saying?
Yeah. So they bring him in, and maybe I'll tag him on this or Timmy Carter.
Timmy Carter.
Fucking badass. He's funny, and he just shows a different light of these poor countries.
Yeah.
Right? That maybe nobody wants to go to. He'll find this fucking beach and that nobody's ever been to. Like, you know, and there's sunset and sunrise and eating for $1.50. You know, he's like, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets hostels instead of hostels.
Shit, they're probably making some good money off all that shit too. So
that's what I've been watching lately. But you know, but same thing. You run into something, like it, subscribe it. This is probably what, episode 8 or 9. I don't know, but
something like that.
Maybe soon we'll do some outside of the garage type stuff. Now that the weather's getting good, we just went through like fucking 3-4 days of freezing weather.
Yeah.
Now it was sunny as hell a day.
Yeah, it was a nice weekend.
Car.
Yeah, it was nice.
So we'll see. We'll come back to you. We're thinking of other things, and we'll go from there.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So next time.
It was good to be back.
Oh, it was good to be back for sure.
Yeah. So we'll get back at you, and we'll be back next week for sure.
Yep.
Next Sunday, we'll post on Thursday. Like, subscribe, share, everything you need to do to get this out here. You're making shirts. Tony's gonna start making shirts. Shout out to Anthony Animates, who does the editing on this, who's made these shirts. Myra's made the shirts too. And he's gonna start making more if Myra can't. And we'll get out there. We might start making hats too. He got the whole setup over here.
There you go. There you go.
So Anthony Animates. If you need some logos, if you need some shirts, if you need anything, any type of design stuff, Tony on Center, CENTRE at gmail.com. He got you.
He got you.
So yeah. So it was a good episode.
Yep. I think so too.
And we'll keep doing this. We'll do it again next week.
Salute.
I'm out of here.